my people are patient. We look like we on a vacation. Get no invitation. Y'all all with it and y'all talk a lot, but y'all ain't got the heart to do the mission. I'm hard-headed like the juggernaut, but there ain't nothing I can do to listen. I'm authentic and I walk around like I just ate, but let you do the dishes. I'm Clark Kent, but mix with Autobots and mix with everything that you've been missing. Please get back and don't get that involved. Freaking sick, I need a padded walls. I'm the king, heavy crown, heavy rain, cat and dogs. Homie with me if you asking for it. There ain't much he be asking for. He just wanna have a paddock on with a watch face with little dragon balls. Look, you don't need me either. All I need is this. No coca ice, and I get oh so polite. You be the man of your city, I'll be the man of my. Like we on a vacation, get no invitation. Yeah, we like, your girl has been calling for days. I get that they know different ways. Yeah, I'm like, none of my patient. We look like we on a vacation.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's to the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American.
And, Coach, we are down on the Bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. His first carry. And it'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They run with Hines. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a toss pass play. It's Hines. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now they'll throw with Carr. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Now Carr. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Daniil Hunter. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Back deep, Travis Benjamin.
Detroit!
A first down throw, Darnold. And his first look is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to the air, Darnold on second down. Forced out to his left. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Steps away to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jason Pierre-Paul able to drop him for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Darnold from the gun. He'll get this into the hands of Deion Kane. 23 yards on the play.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Darnold on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Now he's flushed out left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Miles Jack in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now after the sack, here's 3rd and goal from the 20.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
808. Low, low, low. 808.
Carr. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
734.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
734. 694. 808.
Carr now to throw. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On 2nd down, Darnold. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Darnold now to throw. He's going to float this one deep. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. J.J. Nelson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
And he's going to go down again. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. first down. Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
56. Lucky 56.
Here's Darnold. Over the middle, complete. It's Nelson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They begin the drive with Hines. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
93.
This is Hines. So an agile move, but not a big gain. Down right near the 25. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. The Seahawks on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Hines. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Carr. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards down to the 15 and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running 2, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage.
7:34.
On play action, it's Carr. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Now, the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. In for the score. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Buying time to his left. And an alley to run. He finds an opening past the 40. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the
pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Miles Jack in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
To throw is Darnold. Now he's forced out right. And they'll get him down here at the 23. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. He's going to go for a big play down. And got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, it's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. The Seahawks on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
6-18.
From the gun, it's Carr. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
6:37. Purdue. Go. Get set. 808.
Carr now on 1st down. Flushed out right. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Flush to his right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Lets it go for Nelson. That's caught at the 25. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 63 yards. They'll run. Hyde. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He's going to get it running right. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Carlos Hyde, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. McManus's point after is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now he'll escape to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Express. Go, go. 6-18.
Carr now on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Here's Darnold. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
2 incompletions haven't moved them any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing again is Darnold, eluding the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Saints add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now McManus on to kick this one off. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now he's going to throw, and that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
694. Go Chief.
Carl try it again on 2nd down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Seahawks on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Shotgun now for Carr. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Daniil Hunter in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's Tressway now, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Returning, it's Benjamin. Look at the spin. Balance. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Darnold on 1st down. Going up top. Oh, man, it's caught inside the And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Detroit!
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Gone! Detroit!
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. His throw incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Gone!
Darnold to throw again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And McManus able to put it through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the...
And he's taken down here by the Saints. DeForest Buckner in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
29. Hey.
Operating from the gun, Carr. And his throw here is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Carr. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Lynch. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear that the Saints are going to win this football game. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
And Darnold wants to throw the football. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. In for the score. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Being chased out left. Forced out to his left. Now in desperation, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 49 yards. On 1st down, Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
7:34.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Saints, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey. Okay. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pulling card like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too culo. You and her no chance, you go. Pocket too big, they sumo. 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 Pull card like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too culo. You and her no chance, you go. Pocket too big, they sumo. 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 Tell me who the hottest that you know. If it ain't me, you Curry get the flame calling Prince Zuko. Swimming through the money like a flounder. Hold up. I just want the knowledge and the power. Hold up. Why the looking at me sour? Eat it like chowder. Rada. Never gave a about $1. More money, me, more problems. Pray for me to fall like autumn. Cause I got it on my own with no help, man. Got a Danny, that's it, in myself, man. They need a new hope. Deliver new. Giving out like Shaq at the free throw. Anybody wanna be E.T.? Man, y'all can't see me. Out of my league, you pee-wee. Pocket too big, Rakisha. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pulling card like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too culo. You and her no chance, you go. Pocket too big.